second half of our ongoing Counter-Strike battle between the Carolina Core and the Wuhan Dragon. We already know that the Carolina Core will be moving on to the World Semifinals. And Fatality, you know, it's tough to have to play your final game here, but there is still a Counter-Strike matchup to win. And
but he had great advice for people out there aspiring to be pro gamers. You know, when you lose a tournament, make sure you learn something from it. I don't win every tournament I played in. I learn from those experiences, and I take that to the bank, and I come back next time prepared and more aware of what's possible, what can happen, and you know, come to play.
All right. Well, that is a very, very good strategy or good advice for anyone who's looking to be a professional gamer. And that's exactly what they're looking to do, but we will see the Core pick up the first round of that matchup. 24-9 is the overall point total. And don't you think, I mean, it's still very important for the Core. I mean, they can't just say, hey, we beat the Wuhan Dragon, we can set our sights on our next matchup. They've got to still play solid. No opponent is too small.
Well, yeah, you have to keep playing to your ability. You know, when you have an opponent, you know, you're facing against, you want to play your game, play your strats, work on your strats, make sure they're working. You're playing the right defense with your offense. So they have to practice the timing of their flash grenades, their grenades, their smokes, and everything, and learning how to take over a bomb site in a reasonable formation.
Well, I got to tell you, Fatality, that's exactly what Core is doing. Not only do they have all 5 men alive, but they seemingly just decided, hey, in this second half, we're going to do nothing but try to control that B bomb site. Finally, Striker will get a kill there on Org. He'll get a second one on Daft before Sunny takes him out. But another solid round from Core. They had an okay CT side, but so far they've had a remarkable T side.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. And you heard the GM of Wuhan. He says they're going to play all the way to the end. And that's good for the Core, because Core knows they're getting solid competition for these last 9 rounds they're going to play against them. It kind of sucks if you're playing against an opponent. Oh, I lost. I'm not going to play the way I play normally. So then the Core's not really getting real solid practice.
Well, I mean, experience goes both ways. The Core can take valuable experience playing a team that may throw out different strategies or different style of play. So let's get back to the action here. This is round 3 of the second half. We do see Squall and Monster picking up a frag. There's Squall putting his second one on the board. That leaves only 1 member left for Carolina. That was Org, and he went down. The Wuhan Dragon keep fighting. Monster was key in many games, and once again key in this matchup coming out of those B tunnels. You see a grenade went right over his head, and then he was able to take out Sunny in those B tunnels. He got 11 frags this match.
Yeah, and you can see he definitely is the star of this team, and you can see how he lined up that shot. He lined up a shot where only he can shoot the shot. He shoots a shot, he runs by. Now I can run away and get away. He's left him a great possibility of, you know, take my shot and get out of there.
And, you know, additionally, going back to what we were talking about with the Carolina Core and them playing to their full potential, you know, they don't want to have what happened to the Birmingham Salvo, which just basically did great during all the games, but in Counter-Strike kind of fell apart.
And that's going to affect your confidence next time you play. I mean, if you're not playing up to snuff, I guess you could say, you're going to think about it. When you're playing that next match and you're down to your last team and so forth, like, oh man, last time we were on stage and we played, we lost 12-6, and you know, are we going to do the same thing again?
Here is Kazuya, last member standing for Dragon. Core had a nice little insertion into that bomb site, but it's now a 1 versus 1. The bomb's still not down, Fatality, and well, now it is, as Daft does get it down. We won't give away which site that was at, but here comes Kazuya to check if possibly this is the right location. It's going to be very quiet.
Usually when they're in this situation, they're going to walk very slowly. They don't want to give away any sound cues of where they could possibly be at. So when he attacks, it will be a surprise.
Oh, wow. And that's exactly his plan as he snuck around. And very, very nicely done there by Kazuya. I mean, he basically took a nice leisurely stroll right up that ramp, made no sound, and that was enough to get the job done.
It was.
And you know what, Fatality? A lot of players out there aspire to be pros. Well, here's your first step. Think you got what it takes to maybe compete in Counter-Strike 1.6, Counter-Strike Source, and Team Fortress 2? Head on over to the CGS Pro-Am division. You can find that at the CGS.com/pro-am. Sign up to get more information and join your teams. You can play with your friends, and you might even get a chance to play with the pros.
You're going to let me play with my friends?
I'm going to let you play with your friends,
thanks,
Fatality.
bud.
Additionally, people will be playing for travel to a 2009 Combine for the CGS, and that spot to possibly get drafted.
Hey, and that's the best way to get in pro gaming. You got to be involved in the online community, play against the best players, and see what you have, and see if you have what it takes. And hey, if we're going to fly you out anyways, why not go for it?
Exactly. A great round there by the Carolina Core. Remember, there's still a Counter-Strike matchup to be fought here, and it is currently 7-6 and much closer than the overall score may appear. Only one round separates these two teams here in Counter-Strike, as my apologies, were tied 7-7, not 7-6. So we're tied. Any 3 rounds will take this game, and again, Carolina wants to try to bring a victory out of this one. So here we have Org in the back. Wuhan Dragon setting up for their defense here at the A-bomb site. Carolina now rotating around. They seem to have a lot of luck going for that middle and heading to B. Let's find out. They do try it. Org will go down. Randy gets a kill there on Daff. Another one goes down thanks to Monster. That was Org. But here is the real target as the Carolina Core makes their way in. They're going to come around the corner. Oh, misfired grenade onto his own teammate there. Squall will easily take out Torres because of that, but Devour knew exactly where his opponent was, and now it's going to be these two players. Sunny doing a lot of damage there, gets that bomb down. Devour will follow up with a nice op kill on Striker. And here comes Monster. We're still in a 2 versus 2 situation. Anything could happen here. Devour takes out Kazi. A Striker now moving into the Monster. Gets taken out. Devour, huge that round. He's not going to let this one slip away.
Yeah, Devour's one hot player. He's the one guy you want your team shooting, and you can see right here, he takes that guy out. He didn't even know he was there. And then obviously he took down the last 2 guys in long A all by himself.
Yeah, it was a guess. He had an idea that there was probably a guy right there around the corner. Good guess. He took him out. He also had 2 great sniper shots in that round. Wuhan Dragon, what?
Sometimes, like, I'll explain what Wuhan maybe was doing there. When you saw him face into that box, that hides his nozzle of his gun.
Right.
Because if he has his nozzle out towards the outside, looking outwards,
it's like a big flag that says, "Hey, I'm over here."
Exactly.
Right.
I'm not sure if you've seen the videos like on online and so forth, but they're always like, "Oh, you cheated," and you have the people yelling and screaming. It's like, dude, your rifle is showing. I shot you in the head.
You've got to know every single detail, and that's just one additional detail that will stick out amongst the pros. Let's go back to the action here now. We're in round number 6, Fatality.
I'm in spawn right now. I think
And, round number 7. And right now it's 3 for Carolina, 2 for Wuhan. The bomb is down. And so some defense here is going to be necessary from the Carolina Core. We'll see Squall take out Daff. Will that be enough? That was actually on the other side. That clock's ticking away. Doesn't look like Wuhan's going to be able to do it. And the bomb goes off. Another round goes to the Carolina Core.
One more, guys, come on.